Good afternoon, basketball fans, and once again, welcome to the Auxiliary Gymnasium here at Hicksville Schools, our second live stream here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. And I apologize for some confusion, but we had two live streams scheduled. One was the 8th grade, one was the 7th grade. We just did the 7th grade, but I guess we hit the 8th grade event. So this might show up as the 7th grade event, but that's okay. We'll have both games for you. I'll just have to make a note so that when I download them and edit them later, I don't accidentally have them juxtaposed the wrong way. Let's get ready for 8th grade action, and we'll run down all of the rosters for both teams. Tinora, the Rams, are the visitors on the scoreboard, or the guests on the scoreboard. Their roster is this way. They only supplied us with last names for the 8th grade players. Number 3 is Myers. Number 4, Zimmerman. Number 12 is Knight. Number 15 is Salazar. Number 21, Schaublin. Number 22 is Spangler. And number 23 is Oakley. For the Lady Aces, number 2, McKenna Baird. Number 5 is Jennifer Kremer. Number 12 is Adeline Level. Number 22 is Jocelyn Baldwin, who's up from the 7th grade squad as a fill-in if needed. Number 31 is Micah Inkrot. Number 34, Adeline Radford. Number 43 is Mahela Stabler. And number 45, Devaney Mull, who also is up from the 7th grade squad as a fill-in if needed. Want to thank all of our underwriters making our coverage possible on the diamond level. That's ARC Solutions Incorporated, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, the Hicksville Pharmacy located in downtown Hicksville, and APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, and our gold level underwriting supporter, Subway of Hicksville. We'll be thanking them more in depth as we move through coverage of this 8th grade game this afternoon. So the horn will sound and the teams will head out onto the floor, and we'll get ready to get the nightcap underway. If you are just joining us, earlier in the 7th grade game, the Lady Aces were winners 30-22 over the Rams. And we'll get ready to jump center circle. It'll be Spangler and Inkrot getting ready for the jump ball. Tip controlled by the Rams quickly. They'll set their offense. They'll move it around. Kick it back out. Ball knocked loose out of the hands of Schaublin, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul underneath the hoop. That's going to be on 31 White. That'll be on Inkrot. Her first, team foul number 1 on the floor. Aces on defense, ball inbounded by Oakley. She gets it to to Zimmerman. Loose on the floor, and it's picked up by the Aces quickly down the floor. Hold up. We'll have to kick it back out. Shot from the wing up by Radford, no good. Rebound to the Rams. That's Schaublin. Schaublin. Bounce pass into Spangler. Spangler kicks it back out to Salazar. They'll move it around the perimeter. Zimmerman, bounce pass. Now back out on the wing to Oakley. And that's taken away. Shot up. No good. And a bit of a wrestling match. Possession arrow. Nope, they're going to be set to timeout. Nope, okay. Out of bounds to the Rams. That was the jump ball, so possession arrow now points to the Aces, I guess. Or perhaps. So another jump ball, and this one goes to the Aces, and they'll switch the possession arrow. Okay, so I know where I'm at now with the possession arrow. McKenna Baird with the ball. Baird pulls up, bounce pass over to Radford. Radford has the ball knocked away. Zimmerman to Salazar, and then back him out. Salazar with it from outside, off the glass, and good. That'll be a long 2 for Salazar, and that breaks the scoring ice. It's a 2-0 game with the Rams in the lead with 3:45 to go in the opening quarter. Shot from the wing, up and no good. Rebound comes down to the Rams. Over to Schaublin. Schaublin gets it to Spangler. Spangler tries to get it. She does get it back into Schaublin. Her shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Inkrot. Inkrot gets it to Baird. Baird bounce pass to Radford. Radford out on the wing. Pulls up, takes the shot, hits it. Radford with the deuce. We're tied at 2 with 3 minutes left to go in our opening quarter. Halfway through, ball deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Level. It'll be Rams ball. Oakley inbounds to Schaublin. Tried to feed it down low. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Ace's ball. Inbounds to McKenna Baird. Baird brings it up the floor. Baird looking for some help. Bounce pass. Down to Inkrot. Inkrot back to Baird. Baird another bounce pass over on the other side to Level. Shot up. No good. Put back from Inkrot is no good, but she'll draw the foul. 2 shots coming up for Inkrot. And that will be on Schaublin, number 21, Green. That'll be her first and team foul number 1 for the Rams. Inkrot at the line. Got it. Makes it a 3-2 game and gives the Lady Aces their first lead of the evening. One more for Micah. That one's short. Grabbed by Oakley. Oakley will toss it over to Schaublin. Schaublin to Oakley. Over to Zimmerman. Feeds it inside, and it's taken away by Inkrot. Inkrot loses it. Picked up by Spangler. Spangler's shot short and stepped on the line with the rebound. It'll be a turnover back to the Rams. Radford was right there, but when she caught the ball, you could see that half of her shoe was on the wrong side of the baseline. Inbounds, stolen away by Radford, so she makes up for that. Gets it to Baird. Baird across the timeline. 2 minutes to go. Baird drives inside. Bounce pass over to Inkrot. Back to Baird. It's deflected. Loose on the floor. Inkrot sort of comes up with it. It'll be a jump ball, and that'll go to the Rams on the possession arrow. Schaublin with the ball, bringing it up the floor for Tinora with 1:53 to go in our opening quarter. Salazar tried to bounce pass it down low. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Aces basketball. Inkrot gets the ball in to Baird. Baird brings it up the floor. Over to Radford. Radford to Baird. Baird puts up the shot. No good. Rebound. Baird recovers it. She'll drive back in again. Another shot that's going to be blocked by Spangler. Spangler up the floor. Feeds it over, and there's too much sauce on that one as it goes off the hand of Schaublin and out into the hallway, and hopefully didn't knock over anything on the concession stand out there. Inkrot into Baird, and we'll reset and do it one more time. 1:15 to go in the opening quarter. It's a 3-2 game. The Lady Aces up by a point. Bounce pass. Radford off the back of the rim, no good. Inkrot grabs the rebound over to Baird. Baird drives in, pull-up shot, no good. Baird goes for her own rebound, cut off by Spangler. Spangler quickly the other way. Spangler going to go coast to coast. Tries to pass the ball off. It's going to get kicked out of bounds, and it'll go to the Lady Aces with 49.6 seconds. Still a 3-2 game here. Baird working through traffic. She goes in and puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Schaublin. Schaublin into Spangler, a high off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Inkrot, to Baird. Baird with 21 seconds. To Radford. Radford back to Baird. Baird jumper off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Stabler. Stabler back to Baird. Baird with 5 seconds. Inkrot with 2. Baird puts it up, but it's going to be no good. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We played the first 6 minutes, and it's the Aces leading the Rams 3-2 in this 8th grade game. Breaking the action, time for another big thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible here at Hicksville Community Television. And that's our good friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in the Industrial Park, a world-class facility offering all kinds of services and solutions for businesses. They have robotic packaging and palleting that they do, welding, powder coating, lots more. Looking to add to their team as well. They have employment opportunities available. They'd love to hear from you. You could check out all of the opportunities that they have by logging on to www.aptmfg.com/careers. A full listing of all the opportunities, many with additional training, certifications, and you can upload your resume. You can fill out an application online. They would love to hear from you, and maybe you could become a part of the APT Manufacturing family. We want to thank Tony Nicewander and all the gang at APT Manufacturing for their continued Diamond Level support of our Aces Sports Broadcasting. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. Online at www.aptmfg.com/careers. Aces with the inbounds to start the second quarter. Baird with the ball. Her team up by 1 point. And it's taken away from her. Almost ran into the official, but he was able to get out of the way and then slapped out of bounds by Baird. As she almost picked Spangler's pocket. Goes out of bounds. Oakley will inbounds for the Rams. Zimmerman now with the ball. Zimmerman a long 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Inkrot trying to track that one down. It's bounced out of bounds. It's going to go to the Aces. Last touched by Schaublin. 5:36. Inkrot gets it into Baird. Here we go. Baird bounce pass. They feed it down low. That's Mull into the game. Baird takes a shot off the front of the hoop and no good. Rebound comes down to Zimmerman. Zimmerman drives down, stops, gets it to Salazar. Salazar puts up the shot off glass, no good. Rebound to Adeline Radford. Radford to Baird. Baird bounce passes over to Inkrot, feeds it down low, and that's going to be a foul. Going to be on Spangler, number 22. That'll be her first, and team foul number 2 on the Rams in this first half. Baird looking to get the ball inbounds. It's stolen by Spangler on the bounce pass. Spangler down the floor, out of bounds. Last touched by Mull. So the ball stays with Tinora. Oakley gets it in. Oakley's going to have her shot blocked. Goes into the hands. Well, it's going to go out of bounds. It was in the hands of Schaublin and then knocked loose. It goes out of bounds. Going to stay with Tinora. Last touch by the Aces. 4:47 left in the half. Inbounds to Schaublin. Schaublin to Oakley. Oakley's bounce pass is taken away by Baird. Baird drives down. Baird loses the ball, gets it knocked loose, grabs it. It'll be a jump ball. It'll go to the Rams on the possession arrow. With 4:35 to go. Into Oakley. Oakley to Zimmerman. Zimmerman inside to Spangler. Her shot up, no good. Rebound to Inkrot, gets it to Baird. Baird driving down. Baird kicks it back out to Inkrot. Her shot up and good. Micah Inkrot with a long 2 to make it a 5-2 game and give the Aces a 3-point lead. Zimmerman for the Rams. Long pass cross court to Spangler. Shot's no good. And a tie up underneath, and that'll go to the Aces on the possession arrow. That was a wrestling match between Inkrot and Schaublin. Four minutes to go before halftime. Aces with the ball in the 3-point lead. Inkrot working, or not, that's Radford on the far side. That's Inkrot. And that one's going to get knocked out of bounds off of one of the Rams players. So Aces will inbounds on the baseline with 3:39 to go in the half. Radford to Baird. Baird shot off the rim, no good. Knocked out of bounds. And last touch by Spangler, they say. Baird launches it in to Mull. Mull kicks it out to Inkrot. Back to Baird. Baird to Level. Level puts up the shot off glass, no good. And winds up with her own rebound. And that one's taken away by Zimmerman. Zimmerman up the floor, stops, puts it up, and gets the roll. And it's 2 points for Zimmerman, and it's a 1-point game again, now 5-4. Halfway through the second quarter, Aces with the ball. Inkrot, long shot, no good. Put back, that's also not going to be good. And Spangler with the ball now for Tinora. Looking to give the Rams a lead. And that's going to go out of bounds, off the hands of Tinora. And it'll be Aces ball. Down in the corner here, side court. 2:46 left in the half. 1-point lead for Hicksville. They've got the basketball. Baird to Radford. Back to Baird. Baird to Inkrot. Radford top of the key. I'll run the offense. Baird pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound comes to Zimmerman. Zimmerman off to the races. She'll do the layup and draw the foul from Baird. That'll be McKenna Baird's first personal. That's team foul number 2 for this first half on the Aces. And Zimmerman at the line to shoot 2 for the Rams. Looking to tie it up. And she does. It's a 5-all game, and Zimmerman's got one more to see if she can give the Rams the lead. Missed that one, so we're tied at 5. Mull with the rebound, gets it to Baird. Baird drives down, puts it up, no good. Battling for the rebound, Spangler comes up with it for the Rams. Tinora on the attack. Guarded by Mull, gets the ball out of there to Zimmerman. Zimmerman out to Oakley, top of the key. They'll move it around the perimeter. That's Knight into the game. She loses the ball. It's picked up by Level. Level puts it up and in. Adeline Level with a bucket to make it a 7-5 game. Break that tie. Oakley, ball deflected, but Zimmerman comes up with it and then going to lose it on the sideline. Stays with the Rams, of course. Inbounds to Zimmerman. And that'll be knocked out of bounds again by the Aces. That was Inkrot getting in between the ball and Schaublin. Oakley That one's up for grabs. It comes down into the hands of Radford. Radford on the wing. And ball is loose, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Aces. Inkrot will get ready to handle the inbounds chores. Gets it into Baird. Baird working. Puts up the shot, and it's no good, so she'll go to the line and shoot 2. I got blocked. I couldn't see who picked up that foul, but that's team foul number 3 on the Rams. And Baird at the line. Gets that one. First point of the night for McKenna. She'll have one more. That makes it an 8-5 game. Missed that one. Rebound out of bounds. I think last touched by Tinora. The Tinora coach doesn't agree with that, but Baird, no good. Put back from Inkrot, no good. Baird grabs the rebound again with 1:10. Baird bounce passes it out to Radford. Back to Baird with 1:04. Baird gets the ball back and gets it under control. Inside to Inkrot, kicks it back out to Mull. Mull has it slapped out of bounds. Aces will hang on to it with 52.2 seconds to go in our first half. Low-scoring 8th grade game. Salazar back into the game for Tinora as Knight will step out. Inbounds to Mull. Mull gets it over to Level. Level pulls up, and that one goes over the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Level's laughing at that shot. Might as well. Here come the Rams. Oakley with the ball for Tinora. Over to Spangler. Spangler wasn't watching, and it was slapped out of bounds by Level. So could have been a turnover, but fortunately the Rams are able to hang on to the ball. They'll get it in to Schaublin. Schaublin to Oakley. Oakley over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman almost loses it, gets it back. They'll work around the perimeter. Salazar almost loses it. I think that's going to go out of bounds off of the foot of Baird, so it should stay with the Rams. They'll have it side court on the far side from where we're located. 22.1 seconds. Oakley gets the ball into Salazar. Salazar loses it. It's loose on the floor. Jump ball. It'll stay with the Rams on the possession arrow with 18.4 seconds before halftime. Inbounds to Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Schaublin. Schaublin to Oakley. Oakley kicks it out to Salazar. With 8 seconds, ball loose on the floor, picked up by Zimmerman. Schaublin with 1 second. No good. Almost forgot to check how much time she had left, but Schaublin is able to get the shot away. No good, so time expires, and we've reached halftime. And at the end of the first half of this 8th grade game, it's the homestanding Aces leading the visiting Tinora Rams 8-5, the halftime score. So it won't take me long to compile the unofficial scoring for this half. We welcome you back to the Auxiliary Gymnasium as we're getting ready to get the second half of this girls' 8th grade basketball game underway. If you are just joining us at halftime, it's the Aces leading the visiting Tinora Rams 8-5. The halftime score, 8-5. A low-scoring first half. Unofficially, the scoring goes, well, before we get to the unofficial scoring, let me say another thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, making our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television. And that is our good friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, located over in the Industrial Park. A terrific world-class facility. You can find out more about the many solutions they have for business and industry. Check them out online. Log on to their website at www.arcsolinc.com. I want to thank Denny Vetter and the whole gang over at ARC Solutions again for their continued support. Diamond level support of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts for 2023. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. Unofficial scoring in that first half. First up, the Rams with 5 points on the scoreboard. Pretty quick. Zimmerman with a bucket and a free throw for 3, and Salazar with a bucket for 2. On the Aces side, their 8 breaks down this way. McKenna Baird had a free throw and 1 point. Adeline Level with a bucket for 2. Adeline Radford with a bucket for 2. And Micah Inkrot with a bucket and a free throw for 3. And there you have it. Ready to get back into action. Aces will have the ball to start third quarter. We'll get ready to get underway. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Bill Murphy, Brian Williams bringing to the action here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Coming to you live on this Thursday. Aces get the ball inbounds, and we're underway in the second half. 3-point lead for Hicksville. Baird with the ball to Radford. Radford out on the wing and has it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds. So the Aces will get ready to inbounds it, reset the offense. Inbounded to Baird. Baird backs it out. Looks things over, gets it into Level. Level runs into some trouble, kicks it back out to Radford. Now to Baird. Baird from just inside the three-point arc is good. Long 2 for Baird to make it a 10-5 game as the Aces double up the Rams. Oakley has it slapped away from her, but Zimmerman gets it before it goes out of bounds, and Zimmerman throws it out of bounds. With a little help from Baird. Oakley to Zimmerman. Zimmerman down low. Schoblin puts up the shot, no good, and that'll be out of bounds off of Spangler's hands, I think. So the Aces will get the ball. Stabler will come out, and Devaney Mull will come in for Hicksville. Baird on onto the wing, guarded by Oakley. Over to Radford. Radford. A whistle and a turnover. Into Oakley. Oakley will hold up and then come across midcourt. Zimmerman. Schoblin, and now to Spangler. Her shot up, no good. Baird into trouble. It's taken away from her by Zimmerman. Zimmerman over to Spangler. Spangler puts it up, no good. Inkrot grabs the board. Inkrot needs to watch. She does. Baird off the back of the iron, no good. Loose on the floor. Baird grabs the rebound. She'll bring it back out into the paint. Kicks it back out to Level. Level working around on the other wing, and it'll be slapped away from her and out of bounds. Rams hit the ball out of bounds, and Aces will get it back inbounds. Inkrot into Baird. Baird guarded by Oakley. Baird tried to bounce pass it inside the Level. It was off the side of Level's foot, rolls out of bounds, and they'll turn it over to the Rams with 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Oakley now. Up the floor. Off of Salazar's outstretched fingers and out of bounds, and back to the Lady Aces. Inkrot into Baird. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Aces up 10-5. 8th grade girls basketball action on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Radford back to Baird. Baird to Inkrot. Inkrot from in the corner. No good. Ball to Mull. Mull off glass and good. Devaney Mull gets the bucket and makes it a 12-5 game, increasing the Aces' lead to 7. Bounce pass to Zimmerman as the Rams work to cut into that margin. Spangler's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Team foul number 1 on the Aces. Spangler with 2 free throws. First one is going to be short. She'll get one more. Spangler's second. It's a high arcing shot, no good. Onto the floor, bouncing around. It's going to probably, well, let's see. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it to the Rams. 3:23 to go. And Tinora gets the ball back. Zimmerman coming down to handle the inbounds with Oakley. Oakley with the ball right now, looking around. Oakley gets it into Zimmerman. Zimmerman back to Oakley. Bounce pass down low, loose on the floor, snatched up by Baird. Baird shoots around Spangler, goes coast to coast, up and in. 5 points now for McKenna Baird as the Aces cruising now up 14-5, a 9-point lead. Zimmerman to Spangler. Spangler, long shot up, no good off the glass, and that's going to go out of bounds. I'm going to say last touched by the Aces. Oakley in to Schaublin. Schaublin looks around, gets it off to Zimmerman. Zimmerman tried to get it down low to Oakley. It's picked off by Radford. Radford holds up, tosses it over to Baird, and here come the Lady Aces with 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Baird down into the corner, and Inkrot going to draw the foul. That's going to be on Schaublin. And that's team foul number 1 on the Rams for this second half. Long shot by Mull, no good. Ball volleyballed around. It comes up into the hands of Spangler. Spangler loses the dribble. It's loose on the floor. Kind of gets it back. We're going to have another whistle, another foul. I think that one is going to be on Baird. And that'll be team foul number 2 on the Lady Aces on the floor. So out of bounds to the Rams on the baseline. Down by 9, 14-5. Into Zimmerman. Zimmerman feeds it down low to Spangler. Puts it up underneath the hoop. No good. And she's going to draw a foul from Mull and go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Lady Aces with 2:05 to go. Spangler, 2 free throws coming. First one is good. First point of the night for Spangler. She'll have one more. Makes it 14-6, an 8-point game. Spangler's second one is short off the iron. It's going to carry him out of bounds. And they're going to say last touched by one of the Lady Aces, so it will be the Rams ball once again. 2:03 to go. Oakley gets it in to Schaublin. Schaublin down to Spangler. Spangler puts it up, off the glass, in and out, no good. Zimmerman grabs the rebound. So the Lady Rams not down yet, and that's knocked out of bounds by Baird. Oakley in to Schaublin. Guarded by Level right now. Schaublin working around the perimeter. Loses the dribble. Ball is loose. Grabbed by Salazar. Gets it to Spangler. Spangler. Pull-up jumper, no good. She gets her rebound. Puts up the hook shot, no good. Mull gets it down to Level. Level loses the dribble, and it's going to be another jump ball. This one should stay with Hicksville. Baird. Inbounds to Mull. Mull drives baseline. Puts up the runner, no good. Draws the foul. 14-6 Aces. Devaney Mull getting ready to go to the line. That'll be on, I believe, Spangler. They said number 22, I think. Team foul number 2 on the Rams, and Devaney Mull at the line shooting 2. First one bounces around, no good. Minute 22 to go in the third quarter. One more for Mull. That one's good. 3 points now for Devaney, and it's a 15-6 game, a 9-point lead now for the Aces. Oakley driving into the paint, has the ball almost, and it is taken away. Baird comes up with it for the Lady Aces. Baird spin move up off glass and good. 7 points now for McKenna Baird, as it's an 11-point lead for the Lady Aces, now 17-6. Under a minute to go. Zimmerman launches the three, no good. Put back up by Schaublin, no good. Oakley with the rebound, gets it back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman, Spangler gets it knocked away by Level, goes down to the other end of the floor, falls down, ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to be the Rams' ball. As Adeline Level was just giving Spangler fits on that trip down the floor. 40.7 seconds and a brief pause while Baird ties her shoelaces. Inbounds to Oakley, and here come the Rams with 37 seconds. Oakley out on the wing. Bounce pass to Spangler. Spangler with 27 seconds left in the quarter. Bounce pass right back out to Spangler. She puts the ball up, no good. That's caught by Inkrot. Level goes up, off glass, no good. Spangler grabs the rebound, out of bounds. And that'll be Ace's ball with 14.6 seconds left in quarter number 3. Baird, bounce pass into Level to Radford. Back to Baird. Baird, good look, puts it up a little bit too much on it, off the iron and no good. Oakley gets it to Schaublin. Schaublin puts it up, count it. She's going to go to the line with 0.6 of a second. Left in the quarter. Schaublin gets the bucket. That's team foul number 4 on the Aces. And Schaublin looks to complete the three-point play. And misses it, and that'll be the end of the quarter. So after 3, the Aces still in the lead by 9. 17-8, the third quarter score. And we'll get ready for the fourth and final quarter. And while we've got a break, I'll take a moment to say a big thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television, and that's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, brand new, pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory anytime online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's all about service before, during, and after the sale of the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. We want to thank them so very much for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast here on Hicksville Community Television. Been, I think, something like 14 years and counting now for their underwriting support. Cannot thank them enough. Hopefully you will do the same as well. Remember, anytime you see sports action, Aces Sports Action on HIX-TV, they're the ones that help make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Teams will break huddle, and we'll get ready to get this fourth quarter underway. Rams will have the ball to get things started. Down by 9. Inbounds to Schaublin. And we are underway. Schaublin gets it over to Salazar. Level got a piece of it, but Salazar was able to get it under control. Schaublin from 3. In and out. No good. Inkrot grabs the rebound. Gets it to Radford. Radford quickly up the floor. Radford holds up. Gets it to Baird. Baird thinks about the 3 and gets the ball knocked out of her hands by Zimmerman, who goes coast to coast and lays it up. Zimmerman with the layup and timeout on the floor. So while we've got a timeout, we'll take some time to say a quick thank you to our gold level underwriting supporter, and that's the Subway of Hicksville, Ohio. Subway of Hicksville, where Al and the gang say, go Lady Aces. And make sure you download the app to your mobile device. You can take advantage of great in-app specials, have their food ready for you to pick up, or curbside pickup available as well. Subway of Hicksville, where you can eat fresh, refresh, a great place to stop before or after the game or anytime. Proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game Award that we give out to one of the Aces players at the end of every boys and girls varsity basketball game that we cover here on HIX-TV. Want to thank them so much for continuing the Player of the Game again this basketball season, our good friends at the Subway of Hicksville, Ohio. Aces with the inbounds. Baird quickly up the floor. Baird. Bounce pass back to Level. Level turns around, partially blocked, out of bounds. And last touched by one of the Rams, so out of bounds to the Aces. 5:15 to go in regulation. Baird bounce passes it in. Bradford down in the corner to Baird. Baird tangled up and hits the deck. Ball is grabbed by Zimmerman, by Sanders, or Spangler. There, I'll get it eventually. And she steps on the baseline. Out of bounds. So Aces get the ball back. Inbounds. Inkrot from long distance, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it comes up into the hands of Schaublin. Schaublin gets it to Oakley. Under 5 minutes. Schaublin with the ball once again. Puts it up off the glass, no good. And that's Radford underneath the basket with the rebound. Gets it to Baird. Some pressure from the Rams. As Baird brings it up, they drop back now onto defense. Bounce pass to Inkrot. Back to Baird. Still a 17-10 game, 7-point lead. Level drives in. And she's going to be fouled. That'll be on Zimmerman. And Level a little slow getting up. She took quite the shot to the midsection there. 4:27 left to go in regulation. Again, it's a 7-point lead for the Aces, 17-10. Level gets up and makes it off the floor. Little sore, but hopefully nothing too major. They'll take a look at her to make sure she's okay. And coming into the game for her, it'll be number 22. That's Baldwin. For the Aces, Baird gets it in and almost slapped away. Trapped on the sideline and a timeout. As Radford was in a world of trouble, as she could not get around Schaublin and get the ball out of there. And before she turns it over on a time count, a timeout called by the Lady Aces bench. We'll wrap this one up. Again, take a look at the unofficial scoring and get ready to head out into our Thursday night. And again, just a reminder that once we wrap up here, our next basketball broadcast will be high school basketball action. And again, that'll be the boys hosting the Wayne Trace Raiders in Green Meadow Conference basketball action on Friday here on HIX-TV. So looking forward to that after seeing him have that heartbreaking loss in the championship game of the Route 49 Classic down over in Edgerton. See if the Aces can bounce back and hopefully get 2023 in the meat of the GMC schedule well in hand. 4:21 to go in regulation. Out of the timeout, Lady Aces with the ball. Bounce pass in to Inkrot. And she was in traffic and tried to hurl the ball over to Radford and just had a little too much on, a little too high. Radford couldn't jump up high enough to control it. Out of bounds to the Rams, trailing by 7. Zimmerman inside to Spangler. Spangler in a double team, puts it off the bottom of the net and then out of bounds to the Lady Aces. Inkrot gets it in and it's knocked loose, and that'll be out of bounds. As they go into the front row of the bleachers, it should stay with the Aces. Stabler back into the game now for the Aces. Inkrot gets it in. Baird takes it across the timeline. Baird loses it, grabbed by Inkrot. A long shot in and out, no good. Baird grabs the rebound, battles towards the hoop, goes to put it up, misses the shot but draws the foul. And that one I think was on Schaublin, number 21, Green. 2 shots coming up for McKenna Baird. 3:48 to go in the game. Baird gets the first one to make it 18-10. She'll have one more. Her second, no good. Rebound loose on the floor and knocked out of bounds. We'll see who the officials say touched it last. They're going to say last touched by Stabler, so it's Rams ball with 3:43 left to go in the game. Schaublin working around the outside, gets it to Oakley. Oakley drives in, kicks it back out to Salazar, and back to Schaublin. A long three from her goes out of bounds and to the Lady Aces. See if we're going to see some more pressure from the Rams here on the inbounds play. Baldwin gets the ball. Baldwin to Baird. Baird up the floor, loses it, and travels. Yep. She was going a little too fast for the basketball. Tried to stop and had to reach out to keep the ball under control and drag that pivot foot. That's all it takes. Schaublin as the Rams go back on offense. Zimmerman shot high off the glass, no good. Recovered by the Aces on the baseline. And a timeout called by Hicksville before they lose it out of bounds, so they retain possession. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go in regulation. Bill and Brian with you. 8th grade girls basketball action coming to you live from the Auxiliary Gymnasium here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Glad to have you with us. Hope you are enjoying the coverage. Aces are in the lead. 8 points, 18-10 the current score. Timeout on the floor right now called by the Aces bench. Both teams have committed 4 fouls here in the second half, so both teams with a couple of fouls still to give before they have to worry about putting their opponent into the bonus. Lady Aces will have the ball out of bounds on the baseline. Inkrot gets it into Baldwin, and Baldwin's going to be fouled by Zimmerman. Zimmerman picks up team foul number 5 for the Rams. And the Aces once again will have the ball out of bounds. And once again get it into Baldwin. Baldwin up the floor and loses the basketball. It's kicked, rolling loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. And we'll see who they say touched it last. And they're going to say it was last touched by the Aces. So past the halfway point of the fourth quarter, and Oakley looking to get the ball in for the Rams. She does. Schaublin to Zimmerman. Zimmerman over to Oakley on the wing. She drives in, tries to bounce, pass it down low. Spangler turn around, and she'll be fouled. So team foul number 5 on the Aces. We'll put Tenora's Spangler at the line to shoot 2. Her team down by 8. Spangler's first one is good. She has a really high arcing free throw style, but she gets it to drop this time. She'll have one more. See if she can cut the Aces' lead to 6. That one will be off the back of the iron, no good. Radford grabs the rebound, gets it away to Inkrot. Inkrot, and that's going to be an over and back. Nope, stolen away. Smart move by Baird. She didn't touch the ball. Waited until Oakley started to grab it and then snatched it away from Oakley to avoid the over and back. Heads up play. Baird in a double team, bounce passes it over to Radford. Radford with 2:19 to go in regulation. Radford looking for some help, bounce passes it back to Baird. Baird to Inkrot, back to Baird on the wing. Baird brings it back out on top. Guarded by Oakley, and Oakley's going to foul her. That'll be team foul number 6. So the Rams looking to put the Aces in the bonus, it looks like, to be able to foul them to get the ball back. Try to get themselves back into contention here. And with that, a 2:01 left in regulation. Another timeout, this one called by the Rams bench. So 7-point game after the free throw. It's 18-11. Aces with the lead. And they will, I believe, have the ball coming out of this timeout. We'll see. Again, yeah, they should have it after the foul. So it should be Aces ball, side court. 6 team fouls now on Tinora, so the next foul they commit will put the Lady Aces into the bonus. And they'll be shooting free throws. Aces on their side of the ledger have committed 5 team fouls, so they still have a foul to give before they start sending the Rams to the line. Teams will break huddle, and again, it'll be Aces with the inbounds play after the foul on the floor. Inkrot gets it in to Baird. Baird as we go under 2 minutes. Bounce pass towards Baldwin, and she can't get a hold of it. Goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it back over to the Rams with 1:54 left in the game. Schaublin will bring the ball up. Schaublin guarded by Baldwin. Over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman down into the corner to Spangler. Spangler drives baseline, puts it up, and she'll draw the foul, and that's going to be on Inkrot. It'll be 2 shots coming up for Spangler again, and that's team foul number 6 on the Lady Aces. Spangler, high arcer, off the glass, off the rim, and no good. She'll have one more. Spangler's second shot is no good. And it'll be out of bounds off the hands of Inkrot. And the Rams will retain possession. 1:38. Oakley looking things over, launches it in, and it's out of bounds. That'll be off the hands of Radford, and the Rams will reset and try to get it inbounds one more time. Oakley, quick inbounds pass to Spangler. Can't get a shot off, though. Kicks it back out to Oakley. Oakley to Zimmerman. Zimmerman from three-point land. Off the glass, no good. Out of bounds. That last touched by the Rams. So Aces will get the ball back with 1:26. Inkrot into Baldwin. Baldwin moves through traffic and loses the dribble. Stolen away by Spangler. Spangler puts it up. Doesn't get the roll, but she'll go to the line to shoot two again. That's 7 fouls now on the Aces. That puts the Rams into bonus for the remainder of the game. 1:19 left in regulation. And 2 more shots for Spangler. Down by 7. Spangler misses the first one. She'll have one more. And they missed that one. Comes down into the hands of Radford. Radford fakes the pass to Baird, and she'll take off, and she'll be fouled by Zimmerman. And that'll be team foul number 7 on the Rams. So Adeline Radford will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1 with 1:13 to go. And her team leading by 7 points. Radford's first shot is good. She'll get the bonus. One more for Radford. Gets them both to make it 20-11. Schaublin down into the corner, kicks it out to Zimmerman. Tries to feed it inside. He comes into the hands of Baldwin. Baldwin with the breakaway, puts it up and doesn't get the roll. And it'll be a jump ball on the rebound. Possession arrow should give it to the Aces. With 58.9 seconds, Hicksville with the ball and the 9-point lead. Bounce pass quickly into Inkrot. Over to Radford. Radford back to Baird. And Baird going to be fouled by Oakley. So Oakley will get the foul. That'll be team foul number 8. And Baird will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1 with 49.5 seconds. Baird gets the first one. One more for Baird. That one's good too. Hits them both. 22-11 now. Schaublin for the Rams with 43 seconds. Over to Salazar. Loops it inside to Spangler. Turnaround jumper, no good. Radford with the rebound. And Zimmerman reaches in and gets a hold of her. And will go shoot more free throws on the other end with 33.5 seconds. That's team foul number 9. So this will be the last 1-and-1. It'll be double bonus from here on out for the Lady Aces after these free throws. Also into the game now, Kremer. And some new faces in for the Rams as well. Number 3 is Myers. Number 12, Knight, back out onto the floor for the second time tonight. First one is good. Radford got the friendly bounce, rattled around the hoop, but went down for her. So she'll get the second shot. And that one is no good. Rebound battled for. Inkrot came up with it. Radford will take another shot. That one is no good. Grabbed by Myers. Over to Oakley. And here come the Lady Rams. Lady Rams, that doesn't sound right. Ball's loose. Baird lays it up and in. Oakley to Zimmerman. Zimmerman launches a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Inkrot, and that's the ball game. Your final score in the 8th grade contest, it's the Lady Aces. Winners over the Rams, 25-11. We'll do some quick tabulating here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Had a bit of a discrepancy there. So, taking a look at the unofficial scoring in the 8th grade game, we'll begin with the Rams, who were on the short end of the final score, 25-11. They had 3 players with 2 points each. Salazar with a bucket for 2, Schaublin with a bucket for 2, and Spangler with a couple of free throws for 2. And then Zimmerman had 2 buckets and a free throw for 5 to account for their 11 points. For the Lady Aces, it was level with a bucket and 2 points. Devaney Mull had a bucket and a free throw for 3. It was also Micah Inkrot had 3 points in the first half. Adeline Radford, a couple of had a bucket and 3 free throws to finish the night with 5. And leading all scorers tonight, McKenna Baird, only 1 point in the first half off of a free throw, but Baird followed up in the second half with 4 field goals and 3 free throws to finish up with an unofficial total of 12 points to her credit tonight. So with that, we're going to get ready to wrap things up and head on out of here this evening. I do want to say, again, a big thank you to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible from the Auxiliary Gymnasium here tonight. Our 4 diamond-level underwriting supporters, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, and also online at www.aptmfg.com/careers. And the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Give them a call for information on COVID boosters, flu shots, or more at 419-542-6218. And a big thank you as well to our gold level underwriting supporter, Subway of Hicksville, where Al and the gang say go Lady Aces. Subway of Hicksville, the proud sponsor of the Subway Player of the Game Award. Thanks to all of them. Thanks also, again, to the Hicksville Junior High Athletic Department for allowing us to be here, giving us the space, permission to live stream the coverage this afternoon. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed our live coverage of junior high girls basketball action on the HIX-TV YouTube channel this afternoon. So with that, we are going to wrap it up. Again, our next sports live stream comes your way tomorrow afternoon. About 4:40, we'll get things started with freshman basketball, the first of 3 live streams, a triple header of boys basketball action. Freshman, junior varsity, and varsity boys all taking on the Raiders of Wayne Trace. So, until we talk to you again tomorrow with boys basketball action from the main gym, once again, final scores tonight. In the 7th grade game, it was the Lady Aces winners over the Rams 30-22, and in the 8th grade nightcap, the 8th graders also winners over Tinora 25-11, the final score. With that, for Brian Williams operating the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good night and good sports.